Hey, thanks for stopping by Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm glad to have you back. It's good to see everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Today's message is for a select few out there. It won't be for everyone. So, as always, if it don't apply, let it fly. And there will always be an additional information in the description box for those who are interested. So, don't forget to check it out before you leave. Today, we're going to talk about getting through God's quarantine. Okay. God's quarantine is specifically for those on a spiritual path as part of their last and final testing before you're able to fully commit yourself to God's design. Now, this is the toughest part of the journey for many. I've been in this quarantine for the past 5 years, and there is a purpose behind it. During that time, you're going to see people gradually being moved away from you. And now that is done purposely by the divine as a protection. It might not feel like that, but it is. Everything that cannot go with you into the next phase, okay, onto the next level of your journey, has to be removed in order for you to move forward. Now, everybody's time frame is different with this. Some people go through this quarantine process for a year, others 10 years. Depends on the person, and it depends on how quickly you move and get into alignment with with your soul's purpose. And as I said before, this is a specific time and it's not easy. So this is for those right now who are going through this. So if you receive this message, most likely you need to hear it because God wants to give you a little bit of encouragement and is asking you to hang on through this tough process. And it is a tough process. There's no denying it. You know, none whatsoever. And it sucks, but you will get through it. And God wants you to know, the ascended masters want you to know, all the angels and saints want you to know that they're there with you to get you through this, okay? Even through your most loneliest points of it. And it's going to get lonely. There's going to be many people that are going to leave your side. Your eyes are going to be open to the reasons why these people had to leave your side. In my personal experience, I didn't realize my whole entire life. I mean, I always had an idea that, there were, dishonest people out there. And I guess this is why I'm so sensitive to lying. And I just can't tolerate lies of any kind. And this is why the divine has asked me to go out there and be a truth speaker to help people see the truth and the reality of what's going on. I had more people in my life, unfortunately, and this includes family members that do nothing but lie. They lie about everything, which I can't understand. It's the most crazy thing to me. My last relationship, I ended up with a liar who lied about everything and really destroyed my life. And that was because I didn't follow my intuition. So, this is why it's very important for us to be going through this quarantine period. It's very, very important because this is where we're going to learn. This is where we're going to gain strength and we're going to learn fully to depend on the divine and the divine realms for our assistance and our direction to move forward. And you can do this. Don't give up. A lot of people give up in this period because it is so difficult. But I can let you know and guarantee that if you can make it through this period, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? And part of the process of the clearing is for us to go out and find a new soul tribe. This is why God has inspired so many people, such as myself, to create these channels so people can find their soul family. Okay, not everybody's going to like my soul family and vice versa, and that's fine. This is the way the world works. Everybody's different, everybody has a different path to follow. But you will eventually connect with people out there that are on your same vibration. And that's the whole key. We have to be on people with the same, we have to be around people with the same vibration in order for us to move forward and to successfully complete our project, what the divine is asking us to do. Now, again, we always have choices. You can give up and say, you know what, this is too difficult. I don't want to do it anymore. And that's fine. God doesn't want to force anyone, and neither do I. And you will always be welcome to come back. But you have to remember, it's all the same process. So if you leave during this process, you'd probably, if you decide to come back, you'll probably have to start all over again, which will really suck. But if you can remain during the silence, You will realize how much strength you have within yourself. God is going to show you you have the ability to do anything, to face any challenge, and to be able to do it, not only on your own, but with the strength of the divine realms behind you. We all have that. All we have to do is ask, seek, believe, and trust. And we will get there. No matter how difficult this journey gets, we will get there. That's why it's very important to find your soul tribe, because we can bounce ideas off of each other. We can support each other. We understand each other. No explanations are needed. These are safe spaces. Nobody's going to ridicule you. Nobody's going to say hurtful things. Well, let me take that back. You may get a few who might say hurtful things to you. But you know what? Just let it pass. That's their stuff, not yours. You don't have to keep that. Remember, when people are throwing negativity on you, you could send it away. Give it up to the universe. Give it to God. Give it to the angels. Give it to whoever, and let them deal with it. They always know best. And that's the way we move forward. This is how we learn to gain strength. You know, together we're going to do this. You're going to get through this. I'm going to get through this, and everyone else who's going through this phase right now is going to get through this. You will. I promise. You just have to stay strong. You know, just take one day at a time. And like I said, if it gets difficult, please, please reach out to somebody out there. There's always someone in a similar situation who will be more than happy to help you out. To be a listening ear, to give you some advice, to give you some encouragement. They're out there. You just have to seek. You know, Unfortunately, we're not going to find too many of that. Most of us have grown up in a world where we weren't treated very nicely, unfortunately, because we are different. We view things differently. We feel things differently. Myself, I feel things very strongly. It always hurts me when I see animals being hurt or people being hurt, but my whole entire life, I used to feel it more strongly than anyone else. And people would look at me and say, "How can you feel this so strongly?" I don't know. It's just how I feel. I don't like to see anything get harmed. I don't like to see anybody mistreated. I don't like to see any injustice, you know? And I always had a big mouth when it concerned this, when it came to people. I wasn't worried about what people were going to think about what I had to say. And yeah, did I lose a lot of people because of that? Yep. But that's fine, because those people I don't need. You don't need people in your life who show no caring or concern for anything other than their own selfish needs. You want to be around positive people, especially during this time of quarantine that you're in. You want to try to seek out positive people, and they are out there. You just have to look. And God wanted me to put this message out there because whoever I'm speaking to is really having a difficult time getting through this and is wanting to quit. And you're almost there. You just have to hang on. Don't quit. That's why this message is being sent to you. This is why you're receiving it. It's specifically for individuals who are in God's quarantine right now. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. I want to thank all the subscribers for their support. You really appreciate it more than you know. And send you lots of love and blessings. And we'll see you soon. Take care.